What's good, travelers? Welcome to Zenkai Station, the dopest podcast in Sector Vibe, bringing you good times and hypeness personified. I'm your host, Isaiah, aka Senpai Savage. Now, joining me are my co-host.
Yeah, you know we here. I'm a little flashy, feeling like I need to be like Steve Nash with the pass, give it to the assist, Mr. Black Kobayashi by the pass off this to the other host.
I guess I'm Kurakami. Yeah, I'm really just fantasized about that cornbread, though. That shit was great. Like, really good.
Bro, why you...
What was that? What was that?
Y'all have these long-winded stuff, and I'm just like, listen, I'm on my mind, like...
This man is literally just aloof out in space, just like, yo, what about that cornbread?
Bro, y'all don't even know.
Bro, he looked like
the character with the munchies.
Boy that was the imposter floating into his face.
Yo, where Kurakami at? Bring him back.
I was like, yo, they do the spiel again. I was like, yo, you know what was really good on my palate? That cornbread. I might get another piece.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
All right.
Okay. Anyhow, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentledems, welcome to Zenkai Station. And I must say, we are excited to talk about tonight's episode because we are talking about hands rated E for everyone. Everyone.
It's true. We're going to be talking about kids getting smacked, adults getting smacked, your mama getting smacked. Everyone catches hands in the world of anime.
That's right. Grandkids, dogs, everybody.
It's true.
Nobody
is
true.
It's true.
Oh, it's very true. So very true. But in particular, I will be dubbing this one the way of the fist because hands are rated E. But before we get started with everything, I just want to do a quick little vibe check. How y'all feeling today?
Hey man, we living, bro. I'm out here about to talk about hands. I don't think it can get any better than this.
It's true.
Pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
Real good.
I mean, yeah. You've been. Why you say it? Was it the
You sound like you plotting,
bro. I am easy right now, bro. I'm chilling. Ooh.
Right.
Pretty.
I'm just making sure. Good. Yeah. Yo, all right. So yes, we're talking about hands. We're talking about the martial arts aspect in anime. This most definitely is going to be more than one episode, but the other episode might come in another season. But we're going to talk about as much as we can here and now. So first and foremost, I want to ask y'all, what was a scene in anime that, like a fight scene in anime that like opened your mind to, or just like redefine like the hand-to-hand combat aspect of like fight scenes and anything.
Okay. Then if we're gonna start off like that, then I definitely got to go with History Strong disciple Kenichi. Because the way they broke down martial arts, they made it sound so simple, and the way he had to learn each move, like literally going through step by step, it was almost like the Dr. Stone of martial arts to me, because it made it seem like it was actually something you could learn like easily, as long as like you just paid attention enough. So like I was sitting there doing the Shiho Shaiho, or was that joint called? I don't want to be disrespectful.
I think you said it right.
Yeah,
the
like
Shiho
that
Shaiho, because it was the movement drill
to school. I used to do that shit all the time, just because I was like, oh, if he could do that joint, imagine if somebody come up with me and I just gave him the oop-de-oop, easy joint. But yeah, I love that joint to this day. Like till this day, like I love that joint because I even went to Senpai to start learning like a lot of more martial arts because of that. Because I was like, yeah, I gotta just get on my game with it. Like it's one of the
true that. Yeah, and I mean, and like, and in that same vein, like I was definitely more Apachai instead of Sakaki. with a large part of my experience coming from Muay Thai kickboxing, I want to break down History's Strongest Disciple Kenichi because there is a lot to break down just within that alone. But like before, I just want to say, Kurakami, have you seen it? No. Okay.
It's a good job. It's a good job.
It is.
Is it a long runner?
Highly.
It's like
that's too much for right now.
Damn.
Bro, I'm going to grad school.
ain't
I
got
don't
to
got
get
time
there.
for that. My head's gonna be in the books,
I mean,
bro.
all you gotta take is like 25 minutes a day.
Yeah, bro, you gotta have some sort of like mental break for yourself. I mean, if it's not that, like that's fine. Like I get it, but I'm just saying, an episode a day won't
Nah,
work.
but I also
you
have.
gonna- you gonna
There's
understand
too much on the
other-
list. There's too much. I'm like
I feel
watching
that.
what's it called right now? Defrag. Nah, I gotta finish a bunch of stuff. I'm also reading a bunch of
I feel
manga.
that.
A lot of things. It's gotta come later.
No, I get that. Because
Okay.
I'm telling you, bro, that's where you're gonna learn about the strategic withdrawal.
What are you talking about, bro? You're wrong. I already know about the strategic withdrawal. That man Joseph already told me, bro. Just dip.
Nah,
No,
Nah,
this
son,
boy
nah,
Nijima
you
is on a
think you
different
know
level
about-
when it comes to strategic withdrawal, yo.
Haru Nijima is the goat of escaping. He has escape routes.
That boy
for
is a
escape
cockroach.
routes.
He is a cockroach.
Yo, he doesn't die. That's how he got that nickname. He's the cockroach because he just won't die. He just keeps finding ways to live and escape and to make new avenues of escaping.
High
He's like,
key,
yeah, my backup plan got a backup plan.
I'm a really go ahead and connect that man to my cousin Diavante. I'm sorry, I had to say it. It needs to be said.
Yo.
He
And
really
you know
is.
what's
'Cause he's the
hilarious?
biggest scheme,
That's
bro.
one of-
He's the biggest
Yo.
scheme I've ever seen in all anime. I'm sorry, I just need to call it out what it is.
Team scheme. Ayo, look, listeners, don't even sweat it. We're gonna have Diavante on here so y'all can understand the type of character he is at
Yes.
some point. But yo, I will say that when I introduced D to History Strongest, that's the first person he connected
think
with.
about.
And I'm like,
First person I
I was
think
like,
about.
I should have known Team Scheme is alive and strong with these motherfuckers. Oh my god. But like,
Right.
yo, so breaking down like History's Strongest Disciple Kenichi, right?
Yeah,
With Haru Nijima, it's possible to say that like he has like a battle style.
yeah, he's
And-
a strategic general.
Yeah, he's a very strategic general, and he knows himself that he is not a fighter. He knows how to move the other fighters into proper position. But if it's him versus like another fighter, oh, he's out. He's gonna withdraw, right?
Or talk his way out of it.
Yeah, he'll try and talk his way out of it. He'll try and do pocket sand. He'll throw random things. He'll jump into a sewer just to get away and live to fight another day, or at least live to scheme another day.
Another day. Top scheme boy.
Top scheme bull. And yo, like a prime example of that is like when he faced I use faced loosely, but when he went up against Berserker from
God.
Ragnarok. Yo, the amount of time alright, so to literally get away, this man like jumped through hoops, got dogs like sicked on him, threw things at Berserker, like, and Berserker was on Bull's ass, bro. He was hawking him down all the way, and then he had to like jump in a river. He got out. Haru Nijima had to like strip down buck naked and get into the sewers just to like leave this ass whooping he was about to receive. Look,
But
I know some of y'all gonna be like, yo, he just ran scared. I'm like, nah, he's smart.
Nah,
He knew
he's
he was
smart
gonna get
as
his rock.
He's smart as hell. But what I want to touch upon as far as the hands, if we talking about the martial arts aspect of it, is that his masters were all grandmasters of certain styles. He
And
had
that's Kenichi, not Haru.
yeah, Kenichi went to Rien Senpaku, which is a place where all these grandmasters kind of come together underneath a elder grandmaster who's just a superhuman. It didn't make no sense.
That actually was his nickname was Superhuman Furinji or Superman Furinji.
Yep.
And his martial arts style was his own.
Yeah, he was just OP. He was just a giant Superman. Like he just really was. Just
no one knows how old he is. They just know he is like the best of the best.
Of all
He
time.
is essentially the best way of putting it, if we had to classify his style, it's literally his own martial arts style / mixed martial arts, because it is a combination of other art styles incorporated into one system. But as well, you can even take that same logic and philosophy and say that's exactly what Jeet Kune Do does. It's using what is effective for you from whatever other style and incorporating under your own and making that its own system. Essentially like the way is no way because there's no one defined way, which is it's literally something he does. And along with that, he has, the whole stable of grandmasters. So
yeah,
I just wanted to clear that up.
This is what Kenichi has actually decided he wanted to go into because of Miyu Furinji. He saw her, and obviously every good story usually has a girl involved. And Kenichi obviously was infatuated with her and wanted to have the power to protect her, but also wanted to get over his own insignificance and his insecurities of being a weak-kneed person and just like having no courage and no strength to kind of protect what he wanted to protect. He always had a great heart. So either way, he goes into this place, Ryu Zenpaku, and he's having all these different masters. He has Kensei Ma, who's this Chinese Kempo, right?
Kempo, yeah,
Kempo.
You got it right.
He's
Kempo.
a Chinese Kempo master. Bull is a freak bull to the highest degree, but
yes, he is.
He's amazing. He's amazing all the way.
And just it's an action ecchi, just to let y'all know. It is an action.
But it's
the
hilarious.
Ecchi literally comes out of left field. I'm not going
it's comedy, honestly. It's mainly comedy. It's not like all those it's just comedy with the ecchi. Kensei Ma, who's the Chinese Kempo master. He has Shio Sakaki, who is the karate master. Bull just a drunkie, but is just a full face brawler, like crazy bull.
Yep.
Obviously
the 100th Dan brawler.
Yeah. Then we have the one that we relate senpai to, Apache Hopachai.
Apache Hopachai, the Shinigami of Muay Thai. What's good?
And Muay Thai, that boy is just dangerous. That nigga killed Kenichi probably like 30 times. Training.
And now you die.
And now you die. No, now you dodge.
Like what?
Sir. He has Akasame Koetsuji, who is the judo person, but he's also like the healer for Kenichi. He's the reason why that nigga's still alive. And then he has his master of weaponry, which is Shigure Kosaka. And she just a silent killer, like different, but she bad.
She's a sweetheart though.
Yeah, with her little mouse with her all the time.
She's easily like the nicest out of all the Ryus and Baku masters.
Because she's the only one that still goes on missions. Like awesome.
Man.
But either way, like I love that for just the way of the fist, because it literally goes into and defines each one of these styles with their masters and goes through like the basic of it and the low key like some of the history too. So I love it. I love it a lot.
Yeah, I love it a lot because like if I'm gonna break this down like a little bit more, is like another like prime examples like when you go and talking about like the styles themselves, like a cool example or two cool examples I can think of off the bat was like one when Kenichi was fighting Takeda the boxer, and Apachai was helping him out because he knew he had to fight Takeda. He's like, well, if he's a boxer, this technique's gonna be very fundamental for you to learn from Muay Thai, and as well should actually help you in your fight against a pure boxer. So pure boxer, person who just uses their hands, they use feints, body movements, and other sorts of footwork to land better punches. However, in Muay Thai, you have your punches, but you also have your kicks, your knees, and your elbows at your disposal. So the first thing Apachai actually taught Kenichi, besides maybe like a simple like 1-2 and a 3, was the fundamental low kick in Muay Thai. And if you're going against a boxer, most boxers, at least early on in their career, are usually front leg heavy. And for any sort of Muay Thai user, that's a gimme. I'm taking that leg home as a trophy. And when the fight continues, Kenichi learned that leg kick was essential. Pieced them up, took the leg home, called it a day. And gained a new friend out of it because
that's kind of how that works. It's always a power of friendship at the end of it. He actually got to verse so many different people. He had to verse a dude that did sumo, and that was interesting. That was really interesting actually. He also had the girl who did taekwondo, and I don't remember just who else did he have. He had some regular karate people, and literally like all styles was pretty much in there though. Like everything you could think of as like a martial art, they literally put that as like somebody he had a verse. Yeah.
And like another aspect, like we're talking like a lot of like the physical aspects of it all, right? So another cool aspect about it is like they did add in the philosophies of like some of these martial arts and just like the philosophies of fighting and like how you derive your energy or your ki. With it being two differential pathways, one being a pathway of Do and the other being the pathway of Sei. And I always thought this was like really interesting because the way they explain it in the show is that each person has like a inclination towards one or the other. And there's good ways and bad ways to use both. So if you're going to be, well, if you have like an inclination towards do, which I think I personally do, which I originally thought I was more of a say, but after further insight, I realized I'm a do person. I'm definitely like apachai, opachai. It's kind of ridiculous. Is that do is, how can I say, think of the people who use aggression, they use anger, they use excitement, or anything that's going to incite high levels of energy. They use that to not just boost their, physical abilities, but their mental state as well, giving them greater and sharper instincts, reflexes, being able to dictate, fights, being able to, pressure your opponent. While say is more so, think of like a Buddhist Zen monk. They're trying to be as still and as calm as possible, calculating. They're technical, very sharp and accurate with their strikes. They're going to be able to counter. They're going to be able to even pressure the opponent by being very calculating, being 5 to 7, maybe 13 steps ahead of your opponent, and is using that calm and stillness to help sharpen your senses to be able to predict your opponent. So there's different, philosophies that each and every person uses within it, and the negative sides from each is that, for do, you can get too amped up and it can just make you like a rabid animal. And for say, maybe sometimes you're too still. It can make you slow. It can make you more of a sitting duck. You get too relaxed, and then next thing you know, you're the one that's on the floor. So it was very interesting how they brought those philosophies into play and like built upon them with different masters that Kenichi had, as well as going on through different fights. Now there was one fight that interests me where a person was trying to use both do and sei together at the same time, and in the show they said is actually conflicting. It's because you're trying to bring both up at the same time. You can't. One always has to be more dominant than the other, because it's not impossible for someone to use both sei and do energies or methods of combat, but to use them both at the same time only causes a huge disarray. It's like harmony. You need one and the other, but both can't necessarily, in this case, exist predominantly. So one has to overpower the other, and whichever one you use, that's generally how your style is going to be.
Yeah, that about summed it up. I mean, when you talk about sei and do, and like there's the description of that, it just kind of makes me think about like, and I'm probably taking a leap when I say this to another show, but it reminds me of Goku and Vegeta,
Oh, that's exactly what it actually represents.
Yeah,
they are. Yeah,
because Goku
like,
would be more of the sei because he's always relaxed. Like even Whis pulled this out when he was talking to him. He was like, you're too relaxed, and he told Vegeta he needs to relax because Vegeta obviously has a do, because everything he has is all because of Prince Saiyan's anger.
Pride, all my pride.
Goku, oh, well, let's have some fun. Oh, you want to destroy the planet? Oh, that's fine. No, I want you to try to fight me first. Let's go at it. Let's go at it. That's usually his first initiative when he's going into a fight.
Yo, exactly. And that like shows like the difference between like the style of fighters that they are, because like, yeah, Goku, as you said, is far more, just relaxed, easygoing. Vegeta's a bit more tense. Whis explain it, and that also shows you, I mean, if for those who, I guess is a spoiler, I don't know if y'all actually read Dragon Ball Super, but if you do, or if you haven't caught up and you plan on reading Dragon Ball Super, this right here is a spoiler anyway. This is why later down the road, Goku and Vegeta finally, thankfully, split like in their pathways to becoming stronger. Like it's no more, oh, all right, I see you one up me, I'm gonna be able to achieve the same thing. It's like, no, fucking stop. No, I'm going on my own path because this is what works for me. What works for you doesn't work for me. So I have to be able to better myself. And will I be able to surpass you? Yeah, because I have too much pride in it. Or will I be able to surpass you like on Goku's end? Yeah, because I want to keep getting better. I want to keep getting stronger. Goku I use it loosely, masters Ultra Instinct. And Ultra Instinct, I guess in this term, would be like the ultimate sei form. And while Vegeta is trying to use and master Hakai, which is the god of destruction form, which is a lot of Do energy, a lot of like wrathful destruction, right? Pure erasure. And something I thought was interesting was Ultra Instinct itself, because it's used differently within the anime versus the manga.
Really?
Now, it's not to say that Vegeta could never learn Ultra Instinct. It's possible, but he probably wouldn't learn it to such a degree as Goku can. And Goku is not able to use Ultra Instinct to how well Whis can do it, or how well Beerus can do it. Beerus, he doesn't necessarily do it automatically, but when he does decide to use it, he can. Whis, he has it down packed. He does it automatically, literally without thinking. And how they break down Ultra Instinct is really wonderful, because they break it down in the anime. It's used as a transformation, while in the manga, which I like this way better, it's used as a technique. And when you actually see Ultra Instinct used for the first time, it's not Goku who uses it. It's actually Master Roshi.
That makes a lot of sense, though.
Exactly, because like, so when Master Roshi uses it, he's one of the first people to, I guess, rightfully say what it is. And he's saying to Goku, like, this is a technique that you achieve when you become Grandmaster level. This is the purest form of flow you'll ever get into. And that's essentially what Ultra Instinct is. You are in perfect flow. And for those who might not know what flow is, just because like people use different terms, it's the zone. Like when you're in the zone, you are very different than when you're out of it. Athletes will know, or musicians will know, like even when you're like writing and like you feel like you're just like writing like a masterpiece, or you're drawing and you feel really dialed in, there's nothing else that exists. It's just you and whatever you're doing. But you're still very aware of your, surroundings. It's a hyper awareness with not just tunnel vision, but of like everything. So when you're able to do that in a fighting sense, you're pretty much impossible to hit. You see all the openings and flaws your opponent's throwing at you. You are able to use those openings to throw your full might, if so be it, or at least the proper amount of might at your opponent, creating a better opportunity for you to capitalize, and then upon capitalization, able to finish the fight. So to use Ultra Instinct in the manga, it's a beautiful technique, because it shows that, yeah, it's hard to reach, because this is a technique of grandmasters, which also makes sense why angels are the ones who teach gods of destructions, because they are the grandmasters. But as well, like, people are able to reach it and do it their own, but it's also hard to master, because the amount of time spent in flow state can very well differ upon, just you as a person, because maybe you just need to concentrate a little bit more. But the thing with being in flow state is you're not trying to concentrate. You're just trying to be. So yeah.
I love that. I love that.
Shit. So I've been talking a lot. Kurokami.
You've been giving all the details.
Episodes. We're gonna need multiple episodes. Like, again, y'all, martial arts is my shit. I really love martial arts. I may not know everything about it, but I love all the philosophies, the techniques, anything, to really like get better. And we'll definitely do more episodes on this, because there's so many hands, both beautiful and philosophical, to explore. So Kurokami, what's good? Because I can go for days. Shut me up.
Keep going. You were in your state. That was flow. Shit, keep going.
That was flow. That was.
Oh no, I exited flow. I exited flow on purpose. I took the exit stage right. Nah. But yeah, man.
That's a beautiful thing, man. Is there any other really strong animes that have that same effect for you as far as like martial arts? Since that's kind of the strength of the driving force of what we're talking about, like that martial arts aspect, like kind of being able to learn something from the show, or just like something as far as like the high energy of a fight. That's like, oh shit, that's wild. Anything that pops to your head when you think about that?
Are you talking to me or Ike?
Anybody, bro. This is a general conversation.
I mean, you can go, because I can go, but you can go.
I was thinking about Tenjo Tech, but
Yo, exactly. That was next on my list.
That's on my list too. That was actually next for me.
Yup.
I mean, I don't know their names.
You got the flow.
But I'm a big part of just watching. I don't. All right, listen. Y'all should know this about me.
No, it's fair. I don't
care about the people. I care about the event. That's just my thing for everything.
Fair enough.
That's me.
Like, I don't care. You can introduce yourself to me.
That's me on
But, like, I can't tell you the name of a theory. I can tell you what the theory is. What's the name of it? I don't fucking know. Shit.
I don't fucking know, but you understood what I said, right?
Anyway.
Word.
I enjoy...
I know that boy Ty.
I love how you guys talk. I respect the martial arts. I respect all of it. It's cool. But ain't nothing better than a good ass beating to me.
Yo,
good ass beating.
Yo, that's fair.
Like, a good I'm gonna beat your shit like there's no tomorrow. And I'm talking about Tenjo Tech with that boy. I believe his name was Nagi.
You
And he had the nerve
Nagi,
to put the fucking bento
Nagi.
box in front of, I believe his, I don't know. He looked like Coconut Head on steroids, but that's what I'm gonna call him.
Takia Nagi.
Coconut, whatever.
Yo.
Whatever his name is, bro. Continue.
Bull
Talk
put
about this
the
shit, bro,
bento in
please.
his face and snuck him, and he got his shit beat. I felt every blow. The animation, the choreography,
that shit was
it was
legendary.
great. The man threw
Yo,
up.
The best beatdown of all time, bro.
I won't say.
Yo,
I won't say of all time.
that's a legendary ass whooping. Yeah, you feel everything.
But look,
because,
you know what's crazy is that when you watch that and you know who the main character's supposed to be. Like, we all know it's supposed to be the blonde hair, bro. Instantly, my whole entire love went over to the other character. I said, "Nah, you got your ass whooped so clean. Like, there's no way in hell I'm on your squad, bro. My nigga right here, though. This nigga right here, he put this nigga in the dirt. Put him in the dirt."
Mm-hmm.
Bro, that's because he picked him up right by the fucking hair, looked him
I'm
dead
not
in his
done.
face. He's
I'm
like,
not done.
Get up! You gonna sneak me? No, you gonna pay this price.
And you know what's
Boom.
crazy? It wasn't even the fact he got snuck, bro. It was just because of the importance of the meal to him. That's the thing that really got me. It's because he had a crush on the joint that obviously is just dumb. Fuck her. But either way,
She just out
he
there.
respected her meal so much, and that set him off, bro. Oh my god.
That's the dumbest
Just
shit
well
I've
deserved
ever
respect.
heard in my entire life. The dumbest shit.
What? Because
Yeah.
the meal set him off? Nah, he didn't want to ruin
Fuck
the meal
that.
because she made it. He cared
If you're
about it.
in
Yeah,
a
he's
fight,
sipping, but
no,
it
it
don't
does matter. Because if you're in a fight, that's disgrace to a fight. Fuck the meal. It's about survival. It's combat between two people. You ain't gonna get distracted.
Hold on, you say that, but he had enough wherewithal to not hit the meal, get snuck, get pissed, and then destroy dude's career.
But the thing was, though, he was relaxed during the whole entire fight. It was only
That's
until Bull decided to start playing dirty with somebody that he really admires Meal. So that's why he started snapping to that extent. If it wasn't for that shit, then it's a wrap.
Did he get the girl?
It would have been cool.
Bro.
He probably would have been calm the whole time. But it was just a simple thing. It was so small of a thing to click on his rage button. And I loved it.
He changed direction midair on dude's fist and drop kicked him in the face. Bro, when that happened, I'm like, yeah, you lost this fight.
Everybody knew he lost that fight, bro.
You lost that fight. But even Bob
turned this
Makihara
in.
on Bull. He's like, nah, fam, this ain't for me. He's like, you got this. I'm gonna train some more. I know when I'm outclassed.
Bro, you know how bad it is when they had to cut away from the ass whooping.
Ooh, damn. God. Ooh.
They said that shit's not over, but we can't show the rest due to guidelines.
You just hear it in the background. Bah, bah, bah.
Oh my god. Yeah, that was one of my favorite of all time when it comes to fighting. Just never can forget that.
Fuck, that was an ass whooping.
Oh my god.
So if we're talking high octane sort of stuff, I mean, I guess getting up to or near the same level, honestly the first 4 episodes of God of High School, that shit was hype.
Yeah.
That shit was hype.
Yeah.
It was hype. It was pure martial arts drawn. They had a bull like Bob Makihara in there with the capoeira.
Yep.
With the kicks. Fucking Jin Mori's twin dragon stuff. Wow, he's doing a lot of kicks for me. I don't know if this is a lot by G. But I will say when my boy Donway came through, I've watched so much fucking anime and have taken in so much Chinese, Japanese, and just Asian culture movies and martial arts flicks that like when he took his stance, I'm like, I instantly know what the fuck he's gonna do. He's like, here comes the Black Tortoise. Bam! Hit that nigga. I was like, damn, here comes the Vermilion Phoenix. God dang! Here comes the White Tiger. And I'm like, next is the Dragon. He is the Dragon. It's a wrap. I'm like, this the 4 stance, 4 combos. That's over, dog. Before hits a death. Exactly. It's a death blow. But yeah, I mean, the first 4 episodes of God of High School, they cool. Maybe first 5, I don't know. But the rest of that shit weird.
But if we talking about overpowering, bro, you gotta give it to this man, Madara. When this man popped through and came through with nothing but saying, well, I want to try some jutsus. What? Against a whole army? A whole army? The bravest shinobi ever had no chance, but still ran full force. Yo, I'm telling you, the prep time that they took, bro. You saw people giving themselves the will to go fight this nigga. They had to get the will up.
So many sweat beads on characters.
They didn't even start rumbling yet. Was sweating bullets. I said, you know you about to die.
One person started yelling, we're gonna die. It's like, we're just gonna go for it. We're just gonna go for it and see what happens. Oh, man.
Bro.
I would have played dead.
I would have too. I would have ran out there. I'm not no bitch made boy, bro. But if I'm seeing everybody get off within seconds, I'm going to just drop. I'm going to keep it a stack. I'm going to just drop. I'm going to get myself one of them little cuts like I'm about to go with summoning jutsu and drop. That's what I'm going to do.
Bro, Madara ain't have to do that. Every Uchiha has that fucking double kick. I swear to God.
Oh my God.
Hit me one of those, I'm going to sleep. I'm going to sleep. Split aerial kick. Bow. I was like, oh,
just making a highlight reel for myself real quick. Shut up.
Faded.
Shit. Between that and I had to say the thing that really like got me hype as far as like a martial arts aspect was Rock Lee when he had the loopy fist, the drunken fist.
Ooh, true.
When he did that joint, I was going crazy. Fist. I couldn't hold back. I had to go crazy because the way he was moving, I'm like, that's just too smooth. It's just
such a beautiful homage, man. Beautiful homage to the drunken fist. God damn. Yeah. Kimimaru's like, I don't know what he's doing anymore. This doesn't make sense. He's like, he's playing dead? Is he asleep?
Nope.
Shit.
You thought I was asleep?
He's like, this man hit me 3 times in my jaw. Okay, I was just trying to make sure he was awake.
I said, thank you for giving Lee a little bit more love and then just forgetting about him later on. But we're not going to talk about that.
he got a spin-off anime, Springtime of You. It's all chibi art.
Spin-off Jones, bro. He ain't getting no respect. They say, yeah, we're going to give it to Mike Guy. You just got to just cheer him on.
I mean, I'm happy with Mike Guy, but like, they really did Lee dirty. I heard in Boruto, he bald.
He bald now?
Toupee. I hear he's bald and what that hair is a toupee. That's what I hear.
Oh my God.
He did the One Punch Man treatment.
Man.
Hold up.
No.
He did though.
Nah, dog.
Oh, speaking of One Punch Man, they got a lot of good martial arts in there too. My man, Gojo, or not Gojo, what's his name? Goro. That nigga is crazy. Like, crazy.
Like, he really is just like, yeah, I'm a slightly superpowered martial artist, and I mean, I ain't gonna front though. All right, so his master, Silver Fang, whooped and beat the brakes off this nigga. There was on his bumper from Rip. He's like, nah, you're my responsibility. I gotta put you down. I don't care how tired you are. It's like, damn, you really got hurt him like that. Here come bang, pow.
Yeah, he got his shit rocked. But the thing was, he still gets up every time and finds a way to kick niggas' ass. And like, I don't know how your body just absorbs blows like that.
It's the will. It's the resolve.
Man.
You got to keep going. You got to keep fighting whatever is
we talking about resolve. I'm going to steer us in the direction.
Okay.
Go ahead.
We going to talk about Ippo real quick.
Okay.
Thank you, because that's on my list, of course.
I know everyone's going to dicky Hawk versus Takamura. I don't want to talk about that.
Nah, that's
my
not my
fight. Is Takamura versus Eagle. Because that is the fight where Takamura... So, it's established that Takamura is a beast. From the rip. And then he has to fight another beast in Hulk. And that Hulk and that beast becomes a demon. But then the fight against Eagle, that demon becomes a warrior. He literally had to pull out all the breaks. He couldn't just brawl his way out of it. He had to rely on his training. He had to go back to the bare basics He couldn't see out of his eye. Eagle was about to beat his ass, and he was like, I just gotta do what I was taught to do. Punch him. Man couldn't see. Literally punch him. He was like, all right, he gonna be over here. Knocked his shit over. I'm not gonna get hype like y'all. All I'm gonna say is this.
You can go ahead and get hype, bro. Why you trying to get hype?
It's late.
So
listen,
and
I didn't go to bed till 6 a.m. I don't have that type of energy.
You right. I mean, I am hypeness personified, so that's cool. That's cool.
So,
but
my guy,
that's what it is.
All I'm saying is this.
All right, so I'm gonna break that shit down. Because now we in the element.
Oh Lord.
So yeah, Takamura, right? So you said he can't see shit. He can't really feel nothing too at the same time. But like when in doubt, and you're at the pro level, world championship level, when in doubt, you go back to what you know best. You go back to your training, without a doubt. All the fucking hours spent in the gym, all the time shadowboxing, on the road, hitting these mitts, and that's when it came through, and that's when it shined. He's like, all right, I can't see, I'm on one eye, my other eye's getting closed, but I know I just gotta practice and just land what I've always practiced. So I'm gonna throw this cross, then I'm gonna throw this hook, then I'm gonna throw this cross again, and then this upper cross hook. He should be there every time I throw it. I just gotta keep moving forward. I gotta punch and hit these mitts. I know they're there. I know what the combination my coach is gonna tell me to do. I've drilled it over 10,000 times. I am a master of the fucking fist. So I'm gonna punch and I'm gonna create the space. I'm gonna close the distance. I'm gonna create my opportunity. I'm just gonna fucking go for it. And he went for it and he fucking came up big with that championship belt. Takamura is a beast of a different breed. And I love in the fucking manga chapters where he tells, I was about to call him Kenichi, not Kenichi, sorry. When he tells Ippo, he's like, look, you might still have an opportunity to still be a boxer. And for those who haven't read, or again, it is a lot of chapters, so like I don't blame you, or just not up there yet. There's a time where Ippo is considering not being a boxer anymore, due to actual physical reasons, but Takamura doesn't believe those physical reasons are actually valid enough and believes that he's just kind of, for lack of a better term, bitching out. And he says, you cross this line, you enter the valley of the beast. You'll know what it's like to be a pro. And I know you are one already, but like I'm world championship level, not national. It's far different over here. And like Evo's like, well, maybe I do cross that line, and he's getting closer to the line, and every step he takes is like he's like under a new wave, a new depth, a new pressure that he's never felt before, and he gets right to the line, and then he looks at Takamura, and he just understands that Takamura is a far different animal when he actually is fighting. Like, because usually he's chilling, he's all jokes, he's, like a very, fun-loving guy. Maybe he's a little, roughneck and crass, but other than that, he's playful. But when it comes to boxing, that dude is an absolute monster. And he says, you cross this line, you enter my domain. You are my teammate, I will respect you, but you will know I'm the apex. And Ippo never crosses that line. And Takamura, he's saddened by it, but he understands like he has to continue going forward on his own. And there's maybe only one other person who is such a beast that like he rivals Takamura, but they're in different weight classes and they have a lot of respect for each other. And that person's name is Ricardo Martinez. But that being, said, Takamura is a fucking G. He beats Hawk, he beats Eagle, and he just keeps going up in weight classes. And within the new chapters, he's actually starting to fight at his actual weight class, because weight cutting is a bitch. It is very difficult for those who haven't done it. And obviously when you're at the pro level, it should be easier because it's more regimented. But that too is part of, I like to think part of Way of the Fist, because cutting weight, it weakens you. So whenever you're trying to throw a strike, you don't have as much stamina to throw anything. And even when you're like refueling to get back, so I don't think some people understand. So when you are fighting, right? In like in a boxing ring or any sort or UFC or what have you, you have to make weight, and making weight essentially says that you are capable of being in this weight class. You are able to fight, but a lot of time, well, not even a lot of times. I'll say more than like 99% of the time, when you arrive on fight day, because weigh-ins are usually the day before or maybe a few days before, when you come in to fight, you are not at said weight class. So for instance, let's say I'll use UFC weight classes for example. The weight class is 185 for a middleweight. You weigh in, you're at 185 pounds, your opponent is at 185, or say they're like 184, 83 pounds. Cool. The next day comes, you're rehydrated, you've eaten food, you're good to go. On fight day, those people might be around 210, maybe 215 pounds. All the weight classes is saying that you are able to make this weight, you are allowed to fight in this weight class. So then when you are fighting, the rehydration process, the refueling process, it does affect you. It affects a lot of people differently, but I think generally it affects how, if you're not used to it per se, how well you're able to recoup your stamina and your energy. And that will also affect your power output. It will affect your movement. It will affect your evasiveness. It will even affect your focus and your attention. How much are you able to even recall anything your coach is saying in the corner, because it's already going to be a bunch of people yelling and screaming and you're trying to focus on your corner while also focusing on your opponent. There's going to be a lot of things that play in the factor because your energy is probably low. So that's just like the weight cut aspect of the fight game and knowing the way of the fist, because it all affects one thing to another. It's a chain reaction, honestly, and you want to be able to cut weight properly and be able to regain and refuel your body properly as well as your mind, because you do lose some water weight from your brain during the process, and it is a monster of a process.
Shit. Well, you know who to go to whenever you need all the details.
I got more details, and I'm gonna stay on Hajime no Ippo. So
Oh
Lord. I have been talking a lot, so I'm gonna show very soon.
You've been like Kurakami said, you were in the flow. And you let that shit go.
With the last bit of Hajime no Ippo, I'll keep it at this, is that there are different styles of boxers. And that's one thing I like with a lot of, these animes, that there's different styles of fighters, right? Like you have in-fighters, people who like to be up close and personal. You got your out-fighters, people who like to be mid-range, maybe far-range. You have people who are both. They like to be in, they like to be out. You have people who like to use movement, so they like to, circle around, create small windows with shoulder rolls or any sort of misdirection. You have people who like to be, as some of my friends call oak trees or mountains, essentially just brick walls. They take the hits and then they just keep on dishing. You have people who are counter punchers, counter strikes, small opportunity, take it, exploit it to the fullest. And you have people who are able to use all those things and more, and then some. And it's always beautiful to see how people's personalities either dictates how they fight or is actually vastly different than how they fight. And it's a very beautiful thing to see. And I always think it's executed really, really well and really cool. A person who literally I should have known who fights the way they fight is Mike Guy. He is hands incarnate. He is hands incarnate because he's pretty much the homage to Bruce Lee, while Rock Lee is actually the homage to Jackie Chan. Or actually, it might be the other way around. No, I think that's right.
I think Rock Lee is Jackie Chan because of the drunken fist.
Right.
But I definitely think Mike Guy is Bruce Lee personified into anime to the highest degree, because when he brings out them the nunchucks.
The nunchucks?
Yeah, that boy dangerous.
He came to a tailed beast Myeongekyo Sharingan battle with nunchucks, was like, I still fold all you fucks.
No cap.
You right?
No cap.
Right? Damn.
Oh my God, that man is dangerous. Oh, and like it's crazy because majority of the time when you watch this stuff, and like, because I was going off of like you saying like people the way they fight compared to their personalities like may vastly differ. His is vastly different from like how he is. Like, complete goof. Can't even be on a ship for too long without acting. Oh, my stomach. Oh God.
I'm seasick. I don't feel good.
But when it's time to get business done, that man said, "All right, clock in, dickhead. What's up?" And that's what throws me off.
I got time today.
That's what throws me off. I'm like, that's not even your character.
Oh man, fuck, yo, for real.
Yeah.
I think taking just like a quick moment to, because I know this is the way of the fist, but I do want to add, the swordsman into this.
Ooh.
And I won't spend too much time, but like a quick example that I can just instantly throw out there that I know is Samurai Champloo, where you have Mugen and you have Jin, or Jean. Sorry, I want to say his name right, Jean. And you have Jean. Jean, he is very traditional by the book sword, pretty much like the same sword style as the shogunate. I forget the official style right now, so forgive me, y'all. Or I'm sure someone is going to be able to correct me out there anyway. But he has a very traditional sword style, comes from, actual school teachings or dojo and all that, had a master and whatnot. But where Mugen, on the other hand, he really is like the embodiment of Champloo, being just like a mixture of different styles and cultures, where he has some of that traditional style, but he also has some chi fighting from getting his ass beat by a monk, or but also with like hip hop freestyle, like breakdancing really sort of like fighting style that he incorporates with his sword play. And his sword is also vastly different than a lot of the traditional sword style or swords that you see in Samurai Champloo too, which is why, people can identify the Typhoon Swell. It's very unique. It's like a giant sai, but a katana. And he uses that along with his, I think he has like iron on the bottom of his sandals. So he like uses that too to incorporate into like his fighting style. He uses both his hands, well, mainly kicks, break dancing fashion.
Break dancing on fools.
Yup, and then just slashing them up too, just slicing and dicing. But like,
bro, he's just a hood nigga with a sword.
To the beat of Pop Smoke or some shit.
Just like, a hood nigga with a sword, bro. Like,
welcome to the
like
bar.
Gene is a classy. You know what I mean? Like, what's the word I'm looking for? The what's it called? Samurai Champloo. Fuck, bro. His era, the era that he's in.
I think they're in the Edo era.
Art, whatever era it is. He's got the purest sword form, like purest.
Word.
Just strictly on the technique flow. When this nigga Mugen comes into play, bro, it's literally just anything go, bro. Like, don't even try to play with me like that. Like, if I see
y'all ever seen Killer B?
Toss it.
That's how Mugen fights. Mugen fights just like Killer B, just doing all types of shit for no fucking reason, everywhere.
And this man does it with 8 swords, just like in every joint. Like, bro, what are you doing?
That boy Mugen is sexy. That man was doing a handstand, kicking people in their neck and cutting their legs off. Can't read, but I can kick your ass.
That's facts.
You my boy.
Test it if you want to. Test it if you want.
Until it came down to the final battle where Jin was clearly... I like how it showed that the only reason... Or this is just me. I like the fact that it's clearly established that Jin is actually the better sword fighter.
Oh.
But the only reason is that he's not used to Mugen. He's inexperienced. And that's why Mugen's able to like keep up with him. But like, I believe his name's Karya.
Because
he's he's
unorthodox.
The bull was just like, you are honestly just this much, like the smallest bit beneath me in skill. He was like, I'm the best sword fighter in this, like, ever around here, and you come this close to me. He was tossing Mugen around with the Kai attacks, bro. He was like, I got you. He's like, get out of here, bro. I want him.
He's like, fall back, bro. Counter! Parry. Counter!
Parry. But you know what I will say about Mugen? What I will say?
So
that man is potentially Black Air Force energy.
I was just thinking that, bro.
Yo. You know what else, though? That is the only man to tell Death to eat a dick twice and come back to life.
No, that's real.
So he got it, bro.
That's real.
He got it.
He got
Black Force energy.
He said, nah,
Black
Slay.
Air Force sandal energy.
Black Air Force sandal energy.
That man is different. Like,
yo, hold on. Not for nothing though. I would never forget the episode where I was like, Mugen's cool. He's cool. But then when that man just wanted to get his dick wet and fought an entire army just for the cheeks, bro.
This is why I tell you,
I was like, nah, that's my bull. Bro. He was just like,
he's just a hood nigga.
She was like,
bro.
hey, they're the ones after me, and after you take them out, I got you. He was like, bet.
Word.
No questions asked. She could have been tricking him. He was just like, all for the cheeks, by any means necessary.
No, but hold on. She was tricking him because I remember there was I think it was the same episode where like he's like held captive or whatnot, and she's like, You're still awake and like ready? He's like, that poison ain't gonna do nothing for what
that's
I got.
Facts. He said, I need to get my yams.
At the end of the episode, she was like, I'm gonna marry that boy one day. But it was serious, bro.
Yo, he was about it. I'm like, he's really just like you said, Ace. He's
hood
just
nigga with swords, bro. Like, stop playing with my mans. He's gonna get what he wants on God.
Oh man, yeah, that boy different.
But
Sheesh.
I had to bring up because I actually was looking up some things. I just like try to jog my memory off of things I've seen, but this one really stood out to me. It's one of the Fate arcs. It's what's it called? Chiron versus Achilles.
Oh, you're right.
Yo,
yeah.
They were fighting on a plane. All right,
Yo.
you're fighting on a plane in midair, and they just tossing each other hands. Like, it's not no, oh, I'm a chariot, I'm an archer, we're gonna use these powers. No, nigga, we tossing hands. It's It's teacher versus student, or it's teacher versus student. And when I tell you, the teacher was giving this nigga hands after stepping on this man's cloth or his scarf.
Yo.
He said, "You're not going nowhere, dickhead." Bro, telling you, dog. He was just getting teed off like he was one of the speed bags, badge on. But it was a beautiful fight. I just love the energy behind it. And like, it was just like also like a lot of respect through it too, because it showed like a common ground between fighters that usually, like, just gets lost in normal fights today. Like, you're not gonna really see that on the streets, but whatever. But like, they was like, let's have a fair fight. And they just squared up. So it's good. Tossed it out, finished the battle, and it was all respect. Even though Bull got killed. It's all good.
It's all, I mean, things happen.
Things happen.
But,
things happen.
Things happen, Senpai Savage. But no, that actually, because like I wanna give like that the counterbalance to it is like that fight was very refined. It was smooth on both ends. Like it showed that like they were high level, like, battlers, like high level fighters. But like, who is a fighter that is just raw, I'm gonna fuck you up energy? And like, what did they do to like show that?
Raw?
Yeah, just like raw, like they might not be like as refined as like the examples like we've given like earlier. Like they might not be refined like a Mike Guy or like Chiron or Achilles, but like they have all the ability to fuck you up and have done it on multiple occasions.
That nigga
and or maybe just one crazy.
Revy from Black Lagoon. I know she's not super powered. I know it's not. But when the man busted out the gun and was just like, I know we talk about hands and we talk about swords, but I'm gonna talk about just straight like ammunition, gunplay real quick.
Okay.
That girl
respectable
is the second best gunplayer or gunslinger I've seen in all of media, right, only after Bayonetta. Because she different. And she doesn't care. And she she gonna fuck you up because she walks in, takes on neo-Nazis, other assassins, a whole triad by herself. When your entire company is renowned just because one person can give you the hands, she's only lost to one person consistently. And that's because she's just a fucking Terminator. But we don't talk about Roberta here. But, to me, when I knew she was about that life, was when she was fighting against the neo-Nazis. He was like, look at this big ass cannon, I'm about to blam you. Shot him right in the face and was like, you talk too much. Talk too much shit. Yoinked his gun, killed him with it, and proceeded to kill his entire squad with said gun. And then when she seen an assassin cut a bullet out the air, no fear, she was like, I want your head. Show me that shit again. You ain't gonna do it to me. I was like, ooh, that's what I'm talking about. Beating everyone's ass.
Okay.
I respect it.
Jeez.
If I had to pick somebody off the top of my head, I gotta say Berserker from like Back to History Kenichi. Because when they said this nigga literally didn't do any training, was just out here just knew how to fight, just was a brawler.
Raw talent. No training at all. Not refined at all, like at all. Nigga just was ready to toss hands with anybody on go. Dangerous. And he was number 2 in his crew.
Number 2. And niggas been training their whole lives.
They just not matching
Niggas
up.
is training their whole lives. And can't even fuck with your raw talent. That's dangerous. Yeah. And I think he was only like, no, wait. Nah, Odin definitely was fucking him up. Odin was fucking.
No, yeah, Odin was Odin for a fucking reason.
Yeah.
Odin was Odin, but he was Berserker for a reason as well, though, too.
Like when that nigga got if he was turned up, walk away. Just walk away.
I mean, and later on in the manga, that motherfucker actually starts getting proper training. It's like, oh, that's hard.
Not.
This is.
You don't need training, sir.
You know it's bad because fucking Superman Ferengi, he's like, oh, he was like me. What? What you mean he was like you? He's gonna be very good when he gets to your level, Kenichi. He's like, oh.
Kenichi, I'm gonna pray for you. Kenichi, I'm gonna pray for you.
I'll pray for you, dog. 100 million still. 100 million still in his pride.
I'm saying.
Oh shit, dog. For me, well, I guess this person like has some sort of refinement because like I guess they've shown it, but I have 2 then. So then my first one is Kenpachi.
Oh yeah.
Always wants to smoke.
Oh yeah.
Always. There's not a single day that goes by. He's like, I don't want to fight. He's like, nah, I ever want to fight each and every day. Give me an opponent. Give me someone I can just swing on. I don't even care about testing my limits. I want to fight. Give me somebody. Send them here. Give me.
That's just
then,
that's Black Air Force energy, bro.
He is Black Air Force energy. Y'all know I put that video up.
Shit. Oh, we gonna talk like that. You got that boy Kid Buu out here too.
True.
Because did he even train?
He just was.
No,
he just was.
He just built like that.
That man beat his chest in the middle of a fight. Then that's
just, bro. He's an animal, bro. Like he was just raw force of energy. Just like, all right.
You know who I got for you?
He don't even speak, bro. He don't even speak. He destroys the planet with just thinking about it. Let's just do that.
Black Star from Soul Leader. That man wanted the hand from anyone. When your creed is, I will become stronger than the gods, and you do it, like you, when that man beat Death the Kid out of his bullshit. Mind you, Death the Kid was like a god, quote unquote, in race, and it was supposed to be up there.
Death the Kid.
And he was like,
just that alone.
He literally punched him out of his bullshit and was like, get your shit together, bro. When the main antagonist is like, hey, yo, are you a god? He's like, nah, but I'm better than y'all. And he backed it up.
Facts.
All right, bro.
Talk his shit. I fuck with Black Star so heavy, bro. That's like one of my top anime boys of all time.
I mean, he went through it though. Like when he went through. That dude, the sword smacked him up a bit. But he was.
But he still got through it though.
Of course.
Off a sheer will majority of the time.
That the bowl of liquid sucking his soul out. He's like, it hurts. I'm gonna do it again though. Never learned.
Stein had no choice but to like, I think that's the only kind of train that kind of worked for him because he has that will to do that.
True.
Like, boys just built like that. I said, I respect that. That's a good job.
Hell yeah. That was a good pick. Good fucking pick.
What about that nigga Jiren, bro? Did he really go through training?
Jiren? Hold on.
Jiren, no, he did. He went through training.
I can't bang with Jiren.
He went.
Y'all had me D-back in the chair. Y'all had me D-back in the chair. See, y'all hit the button. I was gritting my teeth and y'all mentioned God in high school. And I was like, nah, I'm gonna stay cool. I gotta take a shit. And I was like, all right, bet. You gonna mention Jiren on me right now? All right, hold up. All right, let me tell you about Jiren. Let me tell you about Jiren. That man is a bitch. And I don't care what no one wants to say. You could be like, he's strong. Now I would stand by my sayings because his backstory is bullshit. I watched someone I had die. Shut the fuck up. Oh my.
I mean, hold on though. He has, look, I'll give you that. He has the most generic protagonist story ever. I'll give you that. But like, I can't. I fault him for making that bitch move in the tournament, but other than that,
let me stop you right here.
Like I
let
understand.
me parallel Vegeta's whole backstory of wow, my entire planet got destroyed, and then I effectively got enslaved by his destroyer. Had to do his dirty work. Tried to fight him. Got made his bitch, both literally and physically.
Yeah.
And then I came back and was still adjusted to be like, it's cool. I can start a family. I'm good. And then you have Jiren come up. I lost everyone to a monster. Didn't even say who the monster was. Just a monster. So then I trained hard. And I got my ass beat again. And then I realized only strength is abs. What the fuck? And then he just sold, like, he didn't even want hands. He just stood off on the sidelines. If he was like, you know what, I'm the GOAT, I'm taking everyone out, then I have respect. But man's just, I'm meditating on the field, I'm gonna flex on you. Oh, you can't be strong. And then he got taken out by Frieza and Goku in base and Super Saiyan form after he broke his limits? Really? He got stronger and they got weaker and they took him out. Bitch made ass nigga.
So here's where, because I've watched Dragon Ball Super for the third time this past week. And yeah, I know definitely mad people are gonna be like, he did what? Again, that shit. Look, man, sometimes you just want to watch hands, and honestly, it had like some decent hands in the Tournament of Power. So Jiren, like I said, very generic backstory, right? Compared to Vegeta, his story ain't shit, but compared to a lot of the other animes, it's on par, right? Now, we don't get a lot of information, and that's fine, because Jiren, he was like, all right, he's a character that we're using for Goku and others to try and pass. Now, did he actually pass? No, because none of the Saiyans won their fights 1v1 in Super. And that's one of the main like takeaways. Like, there's still plenty of other stronger opponents out there, and Goku and Vegeta have to, one, grow on their own and yet come together in order to win. Against Jiren, no, there was not a single chance in fucking way in hell, history, nor heaven that they were going to be able to beat Jiren alone, not 1v1. Maybe if they fused, they probably would have been able to win. But Jiren was there to represent the mortal wall. Like, he was the apex. He's the mortal. In order to be the best mortal, you have to get past Jiren, because Jiren was able to get to the levels of the gods on his own. Jiren did it through isolation. What everyone in Universe 7, well, technically Goku and Vegeta are trying to do, they have to try and do it as a unit. And that's what they proved at the end of the Tournament of Power, is that teamworks make the dream work by double uppercutting that nigga into the stands. But Jiren's backstory, yeah, without a doubt, I give it to you. That shit weak. That shit is weak. But him, like, given someone who, you know, if this was any other anime, given that backstory, and then they decided to go train on their own, and they put themselves into position and like in that moral state that like the only thing that actually matters is power. So I'm going to become the strongest person ever, and I'm going to keep training, I'm going to keep pushing to become the strongest person ever. Cool. And throughout the Tournament of Power, you see here and there that he's like, all right, I'm gonna step onto the battlefield a little bit. You over there, Kale, you're getting a little too big for your britches. Let me put that shit down real quick. Goku, all right, I'm gonna handle that. Hit, let me handle that. Vegeta, I'm gonna handle that. Topo, Dispo, y'all got the rest. You're the only ones that actually trust among the Pride Troopers anyway. I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna meditate real here. If you can't get past this force field, that means you suck. You ain't even worthy. All right, you know what? Hold on. Kale getting a little too powerful again. Let me make a step real quick, because I actually respect that power. And that's like literally what it is. Jiren was the apex mortal.
Yes. I agree.
Is he now? He might be.
I'm not
we
sure.
Agreed.
It depends on what happens. I thought we talked that if it was to kill, it'd be a different situation, because one of them could use.
If it was to kill, he would have won. Hold on. If it was to kill, Universe 11 would have won.
If it was to kill, yes. But now, I'm just thinking, I'm just saying, this is me.
Go ahead.
When Goku had Ultra Instinct, I know a lot of people were just like, well, they were even, and actually Jiren was still stronger. All I'm saying is this. There was a point where Jiren couldn't do shit against Goku. Now, Goku had that bitch-ass time limit, which I don't understand as a thing for protagonists, because it's dumb. Never see a villain with a time limit.
It was good to have a time limit for Goku. And technically, Hit had like a time limit per se. Well, he only increased so much.
Yes, but Hit was still growing. Yeah. He didn't train it because when you're the GOAT, why you gotta train it?
I mean, they're high level
Yeah.
fighters, so they were growing while they were fighting.
But my thing is,
one just grew faster.
Goku just, that man's limits don't exist.
He timed out.
Yeah, he timed out, and I feel if current Goku were to fight Jiren right now, it wouldn't be a different story. It'd still be a hard fight, but it could go either way. I don't feel like Jiren's the end all be all anymore, especially with this man Granola being here. If he's gonna make them look like fodder, I don't think.
Yeah,
I don't think Jiren is the apex. I think Jiren was the Frieza of Super, because nothing that they did mattered until they had to create some absolute. They literally had to break their limits. Because we had Blue and we had God, and it was like, okay, it's just a different thing. But then we got a different form entirely to separate. It's basically like a threshold, because then
the weak from the obsolete.
Literally, because check it. All of DBC, it was like, okay, all right, Goku's strong. I just gotta level up the Kaioken. And then, when did Kaioken become obsolete? Just like how Blue's about to be obsolete, when he unlocked Super Saiyan.
Yep.
And then he got all the Super Saiyan forms, got up to Blue, now it's about to be obsolete, because we got the actual transformation techniques. Jiren is the Frieza. In fact, I believe Jiren means stove. There's a lot of parallels. I did research about it. Jiren stove, Frieza is like the freezer. It's like hot and cold. Literally, they're opposites, but they represent the same thing. A point where they have to.
Which is why Jiren mentions heat a lot.
Which is why it's a point of which like they cannot overcome except for dramatic circumstances, and that is when the threshold was broken, and that's when we got like more dangerous opponents like Moro. Moro was a beast. Granola is about to be a beast. We still haven't seen the other 4 universes that were left out of the Tournament of Power. So, like, we know Jiren is strong, just like how Frieza was the strongest in the universe. And then there was Cell. Mm-hmm. And then there was Boo.
And then, and Kid Buu was always just back there lurking.
Yeah, he ate the fat one.
And then obviously Beerus.
Yeah, it's like there's always a bigger fish. So, until, as of right now, he has hands. And he is, quote unquote, the apex for now. But I promise you, once we see Granola in action, we're gonna be like, who is Jiren? Oh, him? Oh, you mean the Martian?
I'm not going front. So like that brings up like the whole different like, so now everyone's in different like fucking plateaus. They're on different levels. So like now on like the apex mortal level, like you have Goku, you have Jiren, you have Granola, you have Moro, because that motherfucker was a whole ass problem. And then, because Vegeta's learning Hakai, so once he finally masters that, you have Vegeta, you have Top when he is in God Destruction mode, because if let killing have been allowed, it would have been a wrap from the, oh my god. And then the one person who is canon, well actually 2 people who are canon that I think people might have forgotten, or they compared this to like who's stronger. One is Broly, because he is absolutely a berserker / the rawest talent out of all of them. And then you have Oob, and then you have Oob, who is canon, and let him get some sort of training. We had that conversation before. He's
gonna be that dude. However, my only concern with Oob is this.
Yeah.
If he's the good of Kid Buu brought into a human form, cool. Mm-hmm. If he's as strong as Kid Buu, cool. Still makes him obsolete.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, that's probably his strength right now. As a kid, he's probably as strong as.
If he was as strong as Kid Buu, I'd be hyper upset.
He's probably as strong as Kid Buu right now. Like,
so hold on though. If we're still in the Z, like the ending of Super is going to be the ending of Z, or we're going to do whatever it's called. We know when Goku meets Oob, he's not on his level yet. He's not as strong as Kid Buu because Goku's still toying with him. Yeah. So I don't know. I feel, however, if we were to get to training, he'd be strong. I can't see Oob. I can't see anyone that's not God of Destruction level / like in that tier as being of consequence anymore in the Dragon Ball Z verse. Because there was a point where it was just like the Goku Vegeta show and they gave everyone their time to shine. But now it's literally the Goku and Vegeta show, because now you have to keep upping the ante. And now that they're like, oh, the strongest in the universe is going to be bored, it's just like, okay, so it's clearly not the 3 that we know. They didn't introduce Broly in the universe yet. I mean, the manga, even though he's canon, but he's not there.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you about to have you about to have the hardest fight of Universe 7 right now. So it's just like, okay. So no matter how strong they get, either they become the true apex of Universe 7, or like they're just gonna keep. I don't know. I feel like there's no way for anyone to truly get stronger unless Piccolo decides to. I mean, actually, quick aside, I didn't mean to cut myself off. Y'all think Piccolo's about to get an update? Because they just said that.
Yo, I hope so, because the way they're talking about the fucking Namekians, like, yeah, we're not even from this universe. What?
Yeah, that caught me. I was like, hold on, wait a minute. Imagine Piccolo fuses with the original, with the creator who made the Super Dragon Balls, and he's like, hey, yo, remember? I'm back.
It's like I'm like the Namekians got that power.
Yo, y'all know Piccolo wear Gucci on his feet? Claudio. That boy wearing Gucci belt, bro. Gucci.
Oh yeah, I hope Piccolo gets that fucking power boost, bro. He needs something. Oh,
he been in the game too long to just be the nigga that just meditates all day.
Yo, that's real. Yeah, he floats and takes naps.
That's literally it. Like, we got problems. Let me just call up Goku and Vegeta real quick.
Whoa.
It's like, well, they're not here. Okay.
Excuse me.
What happened? Hello?
These cats think that they can mix because we talking about fighting. They're just like, hey, we want a part of it. And I'm not about it.
You and your cats, bro, they be scrapping.
Bro, every night. Do you know how hard these cats throw each other into walls? It's terrifying.
Jesus.
Because you just be chilling, you just hear...
They be leaving craters?
I mean, not yet. They're not that strong.
You don't know.
Listen, they do throw hands, though. Because my cat throws like 5 slaps in like a second. And I'm like, oh, God.
They got the lightest hands out here, yo.
Hey, you know what's crazy?
Talk that shit again, nigga. Meow.
They're heavy-handed for their weights. Because I'll be chilling playing Overwatch, you just hear... I'm like, hey, yo, who that? Who knocking at my door? It's just the cats fighting. I was like, oh. No. Damn. I got smacked one of them one time, drew blood instantly. I was mad. I was hyper upset. Anyway, it's not about the cats throwing hands.
Edward.
It's about the characters.
Edward Newgate.
That meant when your badass creed is, I don't need help because I am. If you just have to say your name and everyone's like, oh, he right.
It's facts.
He literally was like,
Whitebeard.
I don't need your help. I'm Whitebeard. They're like, oh no.
Yeah.
And then, hold on. In that scene, that man, no power amplification, no hockey, nothing. The man just slapped the ground, caused a typhoon, and people were just thousands of feet in the air. Mm-hmm. Could you imagine a man slapping a militia into the air legitimately? And that was your enemy?
That's not a man.
I would have put in my resignation right there.
That's
not a man.
That man
that's
said, I am Whitebeard. Boom. I'd be like, hey, yo, Sengoku. What we doing here, bro?
You gonna handle this?
Why are we here, bro?
Because this ain't...
I look at Whitebeard.
Me,
you just look at me. I'd be like, listen, bro.
Someone tell me why I was written into this episode.
I'd be like, for real, though.
You just look at the camera. Hey, bro, this ain't
for
for
real.
me.
You're just like, I'm fighting for my life.
I was teleported to the wrong show.
You're really out here fighting for your life. It's like, hey, yo, fight Whitebeard. You look at him. It's like, bro, this man's so powerful. He don't even have a beard. He has a mustache. Calls that shit a beard. We all accept it. Why are we fighting this guy?
It's facts. It's facts.
What are we doing?
It's facts. Nah, I'm not playing that game with him, bro. Like, it's crazy because he said if you think about fighting Whitebeard, the only thing I could think about is looking up to that big behemoth of a man. No, I'm solid, bro. I'm gonna just go walk the other direction. If you will let me do that, please.
Hold on. If we talking about, I'm sorry, you got me on things that I'm hype about now.
Let's go.
Kaido is the only person in One Piece that truly wants to. When suicide is your hobby because no one can challenge you.
Yeah.
Listen, spoilers for the newest One Piece chapter. This is the first time since Crocodile that Luffy has taken 3 L's. Sorry, no. This is the first time in history Luffy has taken 3 L's to the same opponent. 3. The first time he fought Kaido, man one-shot him. The second time he fought with his squad, he got knocked out. He's doing better each progressive time, but this last chapter just shown Luffy's still not there. And he was like, you're one of the greats. You're up there with Odin. You're up there with Roger Whitebeard. but you not me. He's like, you know what?
Damn.
I should have cut your head off because I'm tired of people thinking that they can challenge me. I am the king of the beast. They say, land, air, water, I will win. And that man has cracked everyone. When you're called a thing by a fellow rival who is the only people who can even oppose you, yeah, no. You are the GOAT.
Damn.
He is.
Damn.
That man fought drunk, laughed it off, smacked him. No hockey, just said blink, and Luffy was out of commission. That man turned into a dragon, smacking everyone. The creator even said he might even beat Whitebeard in a fight. So...
Damn!
That's dangerous.
What's dangerous is the fact that last thing for One Piece, for me, that man Akainu has been stated. If he was a pirate, he would have already found the One Piece, which means that man is a problem. You can't even smack him. He turns into magma. What are you gonna do?
I was gonna say, yeah, lava boy?
Yeah.
Damn.
I still can't fuck with boy.
I mean, he got his ribs broke, so I don't care what no one says.
Yeah.
Whitebeard
Wait,
smacked him.
they said he would have found One Piece already
If he was a pirate and he knew what to do, it would have took him 1 year to find One Piece.
Damn, he's that raggedy of a motherfucker that he would.
He's a goon. He is a goon.
Like, I don't forgive him for what he did to Ace, but
I mean,
That's what I'm saying.
all right.
You don't get no respect from me.
I'm sorry, Ace. Rip.
All I'm saying is this. We got people in One Piece who are contenders, but those two up there, I'm not even talking about Blackbeard. That man just a coward. That man started crying when Whitebeard looked at him and was like, you think these bullets and stab was gonna stop me? He was like, guys, stab him now. Bitch ass nigga. Anyway.
Look, no, that was definitely one of those. He was like, all right, I know I try to sneak you. I am terrified because you're still standing. You did not cower. You did not fucking cry. You did not start contemplating death. You're just like, I still got shit to do. I gotta fuck you up still. It's like, oh, this did not go the way I thought it would. I'm on stage left. I'm out. I'm out.
I mean,
Fuck Blackbeard.
listen, Blackbeard. I wish
His beard looked dusty too.
I can't wait till we figure
Raggedy.
out what's up with Rocks, because that was the true beast. We know
You said he got rickets?
Huh?
You said Blackbeard got rickets?
who, me or Ace.
Oh, I thought you said that. My bad. I guess I misheard. I thought you said he got rickets. We're gonna find out.
He said he wants to find out what's up with Rocks.
Rocks. So before
Gotcha.
there was Roger,
Gotcha.
before there was Yonko, there was Rocks, and he wanted to become king of the world, not king of the pirates. And it took a team up between Roger and Garp to take this man down. So he, I mean, and there's Emu, but we're not gonna talk about that. Anyway,
Bro, how expansive is this fucking world, man? I'm just...
very much so.
They just different, bro. But I'll swerve it.
It's just-
I'll swerve it if we need to swerve it. What about that nigga Kaneki, bro? Or Kaneki?
I ain't gonna front. I couldn't give him any sort
Who,
of
Ken
top
Kaneki?
hands. Like,
Yeah.
Caterpillar ear Kaneki?
Yeah, Centipede.
Kaneki who got smacked in the first episode and got ragged on Kaneki?
I'm talking about after Jason fight. That Jason fight, solid. You gotta give him that.
Is that the bull who was torturing him? I stopped after that.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
honestly like where I kind of just lost as far as story wise, because everything just started going everywhere.
I felt bad.
Because I watched the anime.
I was like, all right, I'm cool with you.
I watched the third season second and the second season last.
Bro, he started getting
horribly.
boosted. I watched him, but he started getting boosted up in ways that I didn't understand. It just didn't make any sense. Nothing added up.
None at all.
I honestly just wasn't a big fan of Tokyo Ghoul, so it's like it was kind of like.
I like the
to
first
me.
season. The first season will always be smooth to me.
It was cool. I'd give the first season some work. Like, it was cool.
Yeah.
It was cool.
It was one of those shows that have always been just like hyped up to me, but I could never get into it because I feel like people
They overhyped.
they loved it for what it was. Or
Yeah.
all right, the best way I can explain it is like it almost became like the Nightmare Before Christmas of anime, along with like Black Butler and all that stuff. It's like people liked it just to like it. And like you talk to them about it, and it was just like, "Oh yeah, aren't they so hot?" I was like, "What? The
What?
plot, the story? What
That
are
was
you
I never had that kind of conversation.
Oh right, you guys
Fuck.
are like,
We had different
yeah,
conversations.
y'all. The people I'm around, they suck.
I'm sorry, bro. Damn.
Listen, I'll never forget the time.
Yo, I'm sorry, Kuro.
I'll never forget the time I walked into my anime club when I was in high school, and they were like, "Let's talk about all the anime." They were like, "Oh yeah, Naruto's so good, ha ha ha. Who's Obito? Who's Toby?"
What?
I was like, "Guys, what's up?"
Hold on.
They were like, "We're gonna play a name that
gotta
character
like
game."
that.
I was like, "Okay," and it was every mainline franchise. I was like, "I got one for y'all."
Oh my god.
I was like, "How y'all know about this dude? This dude?" They're like, "Do you want to join our club?" I was like, "Not with y'all. Y'all suck. Y'all degenerate bastards, perverting everything."
damn.
Bastard. Oh,
All right, here's my last one. This is my
Did
last
you want to
one.
throw hands with them? That's what I.
This is the last one, and nobody. I mean, nobody can beat me when I say this one.
you got
We'll
one
see.
person to say, and if it's not, I'm gonna be upset.
Zeno.
Who?
You said Zeno?
Yep.
That's not fair. That's God. That's not
shit.
fair. That's not hands. He snaps and you're gone. That's not even hands. That's just like, I'm bored.
Hold
with
on.
you.
Bro, that's
Be gone.
That's a god of hands, bro. Like you're just not touching him.
I hate you. You right? I hate
Like you just not touching. You try it. Oh, he said, "Oh, you want to swing? Snap. You're gone."
Hold on.
And then laugh about it like it was a joke.
I'm waiting for the episode where like we actually see Zeno like entertain. This is like Goku. This is the shit that you do, right? And just
Yeah, I want to see what he really
ether
do
a
as far as
motherfucker.
like throwing hands, but you're not stopping Zeno, bro. Like
He's just gonna hit some dude with the Denmark and just like, well, they're just dust. They're gone.
Let me give one for Dragon Ball Z, and I'll give you my final pick.
okay.
For Dragon Ball Z, ain't no one giving more hands than Goku Black, and that's just for me because that dude was dangerous. That dude,
He got a lot of wins though. I ain't gonna front. He does have a few though.
that man was. Yeah, and I'm not talking about Zamos. I'm talking specifically Goku Black.
Goku
that
Black.
man was
I know.
different.
Yeah,
He literally was just
Don't
making up
shoot.
moves.
He's not black. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Anytime someone says Goku Black, that's the first thing I think about, bro.
Yeah, don't
That
shoot.
man-
He's not black. I'm like, why? The social commentary is a little
Bro,
too
and
strong here.
you knew they started playing around with it when they gave this nigga rose hair, bro.
Rose.
You said
All I heard was
Rose.
Rick Ross. All I heard was Rick Ross yell that
I
shit
said
every
he about
time
to
he
say boss in a
transformed.
minute. Stop it.
But no, he was so good. He was literally just making up moves on the fly, tearing like holes in dimensions and space time. And they're like, "Yo, what is that?" He's like, "I don't know. I'm just a goon. Fight me." Like
I'm just with it. What's up?
when that man said, "Oh, this is what you guys do. Go Super Saiyan." Oh. Oh, this is what it feels like when a true god goes Super Saiyan. I'm gonna call this shit
Damn.
Rose. I was like,
Rose. That's my
I was like,
nickname.
damn. I ain't gonna front though. When he did, I'm like, that shit is
Right.
fire.
Like you can't be mad at him, bro. Like he just got hood energy to him, bro. He really do.
Oh, that's Black Air Force energy. Like, he gonna stomp my shit out,
He
dog.
said, "I'm gonna call this Rose."
and then my last pick for the night, and I'm gonna end it for me here. I'm mad that no one brought him up. How we not gonna mention Yusuke Urameshi? That man.
I was
on
just
the
about to
hands.
say him, bro, but I was like, man, we already so deep in talking about One Piece. I was like, you know what, let me just go ahead and end it with my last one.
Nah. He called "Hey, you bitch" in the middle of a fight where they were allies. He said, "Yusuke, you
Yo,
doing
that's
too much.
real.
Bring it on, you bitch." I was like, "Oh my god."
Oh, all right.
You know how crazy you gotta be to call Hiei,
I call him
That's
"Hey."
fair.
My bad. Hiei.
Dragon Flame,
You right. Like
Third Eye.
They both Black Air Force energy.
real,
like,
though.
yeah, but like
and
it's
Hiei already got like enough anger issues because he's short.
he right though. He vertically
He
challenged.
perfectly challenged. Him and Vegeta got the same parts with that.
Whew.
Let's try to
Hey,
figure
all I gotta say is it's called Team Urameshi for a reason.
That's a fact.
Uh,
That's my nigga, bro.
yeah, honestly, I could easily keep going on, talk about all the exciting shit, talk about all the cool and philosophical and breakdowns, but I think this is cool. I think we're good here for part 1 of The Way of the Fist, Hands Rated E.
Yeah.
We'll do another episode down the road.
Hold on.
But what's up?
Bakugo, Yusuke,
Okay.
Vegeta. Who else is there?
That's really just the shits.
No, like You invite them to a barbecue. Who's throwing the first punch?
Who's throwing the first punch?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, that's you scared Bakugo.
No, Bakugo gonna do it, bro. He gonna start talking shit.
Vegeta got some home training. It's you scared Bakugo.
Vegeta started learning how to relax. And like he'll have patience. Yusuke will be the first to say something back.
Add a Nosuke in there. Add a Nosuke, that boy from Demon Slayer.
Oh, damn.
And Nosuke, he just don't got no respect.
He don't. Like, he respects power. That's definitely what it is.
But I think if he was in the same room with everybody at his current level right now, he would not be on that type time. Because he understands. He knows how to sense that kind of level. Because even when
that's fair.
When what's it called? Damn, I'm so mad I can't say his name. What's the flame?
Rengoku.
Yeah, when they was fighting the upper bull, he was like, they're on a whole different level, and like he just instantly knows.
He froze.
He knows.
Yeah.
But Bakugo,
and that's because
Bakugo don't have no home training at all, bro.
True. Except his mom slapped him in the back of his head.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Stop it. You had. Don't hit me again. Why you weak? Why you get captured?
Yo, for real.
He really bitches on dad, though.
Oh, man. Actually, all right, that actually brought me to like a real quick All Might joint real quick about like his hands that are rated E. I actually like want to just bring up the fact that All Might is probably like the most American superhero that lives in Japan, and everything he does is hell of American, even his fighting style being boxing.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Like he doesn't kick. All Might does not kick. He just pure hands. And God bless the United States of Smash, because that shit's an ender.
Bro. Dangerous.
He put all his back into it. He said, oof, I just gotta add just a little bit more. And in the final moment, the wherewithal to actually use an ability that his student taught him, dog. That's growth.
That is growth.
Even in the final moments, that's growth.
Can we talk about how All Might has a Batmobile?
Does he?
He has more than just a Batmobile. I mean, All Might got money.
Literally, went from Superman to Robin.
No, he went from Superman to Bruce Wayne. He's like, I'm not the Bat no more. I'm just Bruce Wayne with the money, bro. I got all the gadgets.
Nigga, that nigga didn't go from... No, he went to Alfred, nigga. That's where he's at right now.
He chilling. You right. He Alfred. He's chilling right now.
Don't disrespect Alfred. Alfred will kill you.
Alfred was a goon.
Alfred will kill you.
Yes.
There was a comic strip. He was like, you must think that I'm not going to kill... So, sorry, the goon was like, you're not going to kill me. I know you Bat people don't do that. He was like, Master Bruce won't kill you. Do you really think I share the same sentiment as him? And I was like, that's how you know. Bull's cold.
No,
he was cold
Alfred
the whole time.
Was with the shits, man. He was in the Queen's fucking military. He was like a world class like boxer and martial artist himself. Albert was with the shits.
He didn't care.
Very skilled with firearms, bro.
And he said he'd be training with Batman, don't
he? Yeah.
See?
Shit. I mean, Batman young. Alfred still got
apparently he can sneak up on Superman, and Superman's just like, hey yo, where you come from? And Batman's like, no one knows how he does that. No one.
It's just Alfred, dog. Everyone has a master. Alfred just shows you. He that bull.
It's like I don't even gotta speak on it. I'll let my team do the talking.
I'll let my team do the talking. Oh man, yeah, I definitely want to revisit this shit again, man. With like, some because there's so much to just like take away and just like enjoy.
We only talk about the mainstays. Really,
that's real. I mean, we talked about like one or two mainstays essentially because we mentioned Naruto, we mentioned Dragon Ball Z. I think those are mainstays. For me, Hajime no Ippo was a mainstay. I didn't even get into it like I could have. So.
You didn't?
No.
Hold on. The first third of the podcast was you going off.
Yeah, I mean,
this man started talking about.
You're not gonna sit there and play like you wasn't out here flowing with your words.
Hard. This man, it wasn't Zenkai Station.
Like he was reading out an encyclopedia the way he was putting shit out here.
Senpai took us to class. Senpai turned into sensei for a second.
Get a lecture. I'm sitting there like shit. I be taking notes.
Nah, you're sensei today. Stop playing.
Sensei. Hey, it's all good. Senpai became sensei today. Oh shit. Oh man. Actually, you know what? Before I guess this one's gonna be a little bit long, and that's fine. Because actually, before I end it, I actually want to like ask you guys. So like, you guys had like some real world experience. Like you mentioned it earlier, Kobayashi. That like y'all came and like trained with me, and then we trained with like my teacher and my coach at the time, who I called the God of Destruction because his last name's actually Champa. Well, we say Champa, but it's actually pronounced Champa. And going through that. So I guess like, did any of like what I've been able to help you, or if I was any sort of help, and as well any of the anime you watched that help you get through some of the fucking workouts? Because that was a long 2 weeks.
I can't say in particular anime got me through it. I did think about Kenichi a little bit because I kind of dubbed you as Opachai.
That's fair.
I had to. So I'm like, man, you teaching me the Muay Thai, and now you die. I had to put that into my mindset, but I didn't really think about it doing that. Just kind of couldn't focus on that. To be real, it's like we just gotta get through the fucking workout.
What about you, Kuro?
You already know I'm gonna say it, bro. Every time we were doing something, I was just like, I'm tired. I'm in pain. I don't like this. And then I just thought about that man chasing the train and training his fist to break the wood. And he was like, if my fist break, it was never up to the challenge. Every time I got tired. So.
That's fair. Yeah. Shit, man. Yeah, I thought about a whole host of characters just trying to get fucking through. I would think about what it's like to be, I mean, I don't think I'll ever be, but just like imagining All Might, what it's like to be the symbol of peace. Fucking Might Guy going through his training, trying to unlock the fucking 8 inner gates to go through this. I remember the day I wore a Dragon Ball Z shirt, I had to summon all the power of Goku. Because that man said, if you wear the fucking colors, you're about to live the life. I'm like, oh, nigga. Oh, he's going to put me through the ringer. And just like, yeah, just thinking about like all of the fucking, obstacles and what it is to like break through that new plateaus. Like, I'm taking this anime training a little... Maybe not. I'm taking it too seriously, but also I'm taking it seriously enough for me to like fucking evolve as like a martial artist, and I want to continue to evolve in that way. So yeah,
I ain't mad at that.
Yeah, man. And I think with that is all we got for you tonight, everyone. I just want to say, it's been real. Thank you for vibing with us. I hope it has been educational and that you learned a little bit, and there's far more of that to come. I think in the next one, let's try and focus a little bit more on the Blade Masters and some of the Weapon Masters in our conversation. We can still talk about the hands, but we can definitely talk about those who use some equipment in order to lay down an ass.
Of course.
That man, Def the Kid.
Def the Kid, for sure.
That entire show Soul Eater could be on that, yeah.
Bro, no cap.
Yo, for real.
Keep it a stack. If you shoot anybody with your pinkies, you deserve it.
Afro Samurai, yeah. A lot of people. But, again, thank you for vibing with us. It's been real. Again, please be sure to rate this 5 stars. We're going to put this out on Anchor. It's going to be on Google Play, iTunes, Spotify, wherever good podcasts be. Be sure to, comment, rate us, share, with all the good people out there. And as well, be able to check us out on all of our social media platforms. We're on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, all at Zenkai Station. Zenkai spelled Zenkai. And as well, if you have any questions or want to just, get at us, be sure to hit us up at our email at zenkaistation@gmail.com. So with that, I just want to say, signing off from Zenkai. Much love, y'all. Peace.